paws. Come here. Come here. Come here. Good boy. Good dog. Hi, Kimbark Coyotes. Thanks for joining me again in the garden today and for this edition of Crazy Critters. I love this space and I can't wait until we get a chance to be up here together. There's something about the garden that just brings you kind of a sense of peace and knowing that you're growing something and doing something with your hands that's good for the environment. According to Scott's Miracle-Gro, since we have been at home for the last few months, gardening has increased across America. Since COVID began, nearly 55% of Americans are doing their own gardening and lawn care. Among the reasons, 54% said to stay busy and 48% said to reduce stress. And I agree that this is a great place to be to reduce stress. Today, we are looking at our zucchini plants. The scientific name for those is Cucurbita pepo. And while we eat these as a veggie, and we'll talk more about that later, it's actually considered a fruit. One, because the inside is where the seeds are, and two, because it's grown from a flower. Something else you'd be interested to know is that these are a squash plant and they are cousins to the pumpkin, which we all know and love, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll have some pumpkins growing later on. So there are several varieties of squash or zucchini. They come in yellow and green, different colors, super yummy to eat. It takes about 35 to 55 days from the time you plant this plant until you get one of these squash. But I gotta tell you, these will grow up to 2 inches per day. This guy, when I checked on him just on Monday, was about this big. And look at him now, ready for lunch, for sure. A couple of interesting facts for you. The longest zucchini ever grown was over 8 feet long. Wow. And that was grown in Canada. And the heaviest was grown in the UK, the United Kingdom, and it weighed over 64 pounds. That is amazing. And a whole lot of zucchini. Okay, let's talk about the parts of our zucchini plant. Okay, so here is a zucchini plant. It all starts with this little seed. The seed will grow some root hairs. Those will grow into bigger roots, and those will eventually grow into a little seedling plant. Now, the roots are important because they suck up water nutrients to carry throughout the plant. The stem holds that plant straight up and allows the nutrients to go out to the leaves. And the leaves help create the food for the plant. Now, once those leaves are established, some little blossoms will set on. These will need to be pollinated by our bee friends. Bees will walk along these and they'll go from flower to flower. And if we're lucky, we'll get some zucchini set on for sure. Here's a picture of our zucchini plants. You'll see those beautiful leaves. You'll notice over here on this leaf that there are some holes there, and that is because we have some visitors like aphids and other bugs that like to eat our zucchini. We also know, here's another picture, that the underside of the leaves and the stems here have some little hairs on them that are a little bit pokey. Those are an adaptation. And adaptation helps plants and animals survive in their environment. Okay, these adaptations keep things from crawling on them or from biting into them. Because who wants something pokey to chew on? Not me. Okay, the leaves help make food for the plants. Here's the little blossoms right on our zucchini plant. And you'll see some of those hairs down here on the stem that help protect the plant. Oh, a baby zucchini is set on. You'll notice it's attached to the stem, so it's still getting nutrients to help it grow. And you can see how the blossom is now kind of closed up, and it will probably shrivel up and fall off within a day or so because its job is done. Here we have 1, 2, 3 zucchini set onto this one little piece of this plant and some other blossoms. These guys, remember, can grow up to 2 inches a day. And we know that we can use this to make some really delicious different types of food. You can saute it, you can bake it, you can barbecue it. And if you will stay tuned for part 2 of this video, you'll see another super yummy, delicious snack that you can make with zucchini. All right, that's it for this edition of Crazy Critters. Make sure you like our video, and I will see you guys for part 2 of zucchini coming up real soon.